I think one of the best things and how I learned my lesson was the best thing a man told me was, I'm not your damn daddy. And if a man ever dated uh a woman that just had like her dad in her life, like a daddy's girl, we kind of put our daddy on this pedestal, like he has to be like this. And it was hard for me to adjust, like knowing that like I can't feel like this man, I can't like downplay him or disrespect him because he's not like my daddy. Like he'll say, look, I'm not your daddy. Like you gonna have to go back with your daddy if you feel like I gotta be your daddy. Like, so I had to realize like he's not my daddy, he's my,
Do you know why? Do you know why he said that to you? Do you know why he said that?
Because he doesn't measure up. That's why.
No, it's because he's having sex with her, and your daddy's not having sex with you. That's the difference. Your daddy's not sleeping with you. I know you way better than your dad.
What the hell?
No, it was
Hold on.
Unless you're from Alabama or Kentucky or something like that.
Yeah, that's some incest. I mean, I'm from Mississippi, and I know they get down like that in Mississippi, but no.
Let me finish. This is what I mean by
that. Put Kentucky in there.
The difference between why that guy said what he said was, he was saying, I'm not your daddy, meaning I'm having sex with you and I really know you. Let me finish, man. God damn.
Rest me, Daddy.
He's saying your father is not, because your father doesn't treat you like how he treats his wife or your mother if they're still married, right? So your father, like, if I was to, like, I'll give an example because maybe an example is better. So,
you might just leave us alone.
No, I'm not gonna leave it alone, Hank. I already showed my dad's video, so it's all good. So, I'm fair game, right? So I'm fair game. Right?
This is exactly why you're the one that's teased.
I would have told opposite. I ain't your daddy.
That's okay. I'm okay.
Well, straight like that. But before you do all that, I'm just gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. The reason why he said that, and I'm just gonna say it because within that moment, what was going on, all that damn nagging and shit I was doing, like I'm whining like a little ass baby all the time. Like, stop doing it. Because he hear me talk on the phone with my dad. He hear that whining ass shit that I was doing, and he was like, so that's why he was saying, look, I'm not your dad. I can't tolerate all this little whining shit that you be doing when it comes down to conflict and stuff that you feel like you can run to your daddy. No, this your house. This our home. This our house. You can't run to daddy. Daddy got his own home.
Right. So
that's why he said that.
And I agree with him. That goes to what I was just about to say, right? Because what I'm saying is, if you have my dad has 6 kids. He got 4 girls. He treats me differently than his daughters, right? The difference between how I treat the woman that I have in my home and how I see my dad with his girls is that certain things that his wife will not be able to do, his daughters are able to do because he's not seen with his daughters. It's completely different. It's two different relationships. Now the responsibility might be the same in the sense of providing, protecting, but it's 2 different dynamics. I'm sleeping with this woman, so I know all ins and outs of you, and I'm not gonna treat you like my daughter because I expect you to be comparable. I expect you to do certain things, and I expect you to be responsible for your actions. Where as a father, my daughter could call my daddy and be like, "Hey, Dad, I didn't put gas in the car. Can you meet me here? I just forgot." My dad be like, "Sure, baby." You know what I'm saying? Like, he'll just show up and do it for her because that's his little girl. You see what I'm saying? But his woman, let his wife call him like, "Hey, honey, I forgot to put gas in the car." Why would you forget to put gas in the car?
So you're saying that fathers are pretty much making monsters, putting them in the world, and then when they get with a man that actually holds them to the task, now they're looking at him like he ain't shit.
No, I never said that. So. I said the relationship's different between a wife and a daughter. I said men treat their wives and their daughters completely different.
So you saying your daddy allowed your sisters to run over his punk ass, but he wouldn't do the same thing for his goddamn wife.
You're damn straight.
That's crazy.
No, that's not my daddy.
That sound crazy.
Mommy 3 loves. This is my humble opinion, ma'am. If a nigga tells you that outside of the context you gave, it's because he knows he doesn't measure up to your father. And any woman's husband should be able to replace her father. Now, the shit that she was doing, I can understand exactly why, because I wouldn't want to deal with that bullshit either. and I'm pretty sure that wouldn't nobody want to deal with it from my daughter. But that shit the straight is talking about is retarded, and this is why. Because again, every man up here wants their daughter to marry someone that can replace them. And the only time a person says, well, I'm not something, is when they don't want to perform in the capacity or to the standard of that thing. A woman will tell a man, well, I'm not your mother, because she doesn't want to pick up after him. She doesn't want to clean up after him. She doesn't want to do all of the other college shit, right? Just like your man told you for the college shit. But this nigga's talking about identifying what's different because he's fucking you. That is weird. And just understand that the rest of us normal niggas do not agree with that.
Willie, I want to say, Willie, I got a slight objection. Go ahead, Naya. Go ahead, Naya.
All right, so I want to get back to the actual topic. Now, I think.
Hold on, let him put his point out, because he said he had a question or rejection. Okay. Go ahead, Sam.
Yeah, I think it's fairly true. If woman got a dad and he's on business and she's dating a dude who's mediocre, then yeah, expectation. How come you can't be like this dude right here?
Fair.
But part of it, okay, well, why don't you go get one dude that's like that? But the other thing is, there are some simp master dads that are telling these women, it's feminine. They think people don't say. Dads do get scared and raise feminists. They do that. Fact. And there are simp dads.
Facts.
They tell their 400-pound badmouth daughter that she's some kind of mother queen goddess. Lie. So she's saying, dad and uncle said you a queen. So she's gonna go out here and get Marquavion or just some dude, or a decent dude maybe. And she's telling him all this daddy stuff, and it's like, nah, I ain't your daddy. Go back with him then. But she's been told to expect that. Yeah,
no argument there at all. But she gave the context, which is what I was.
I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just adding on to it.
For sure.
Even your points,
nobody is saying telling a girl I'm not your daddy just because he's fucking her. That's which is my point.
Right.
But life's going to handle reality regardless. Even if her daddy did tell her that, life's going to show her something different, and her results is going to definitely show her something different.
And I wanted to say
in that case, in your case, Scam, what you outlined, the reason he says I'm not your daddy still is because I'm your daddy's a simp, not because I'm sleeping with you. The differentiation is him being a simp.
Your daddy a sucker, baby.
Right. Not
my dad go off like
no, I wasn't agreeing with that sexual stuff.
Hold on. Let me say this now. Like my daddy, he don't just let me just get away with shit and all that shit. Now, come on now. I gotta punch dad.
That's what
now my daddy likes certain requirements. Like I done been on here a long time, and folks already know my story with my ex-husband, this and that. My daddy know what type of man I need just because he raised me. He know the type of man that, can deal with me. Like my daddy, my husband was a simp. He said, that man, you gonna run over that man. You don't need no man you can run over because this man can't fix a tire. He doesn't, I raised you. I know what type of man you need. So, but the thing with this guy, when he said that, I know for sure that it was something that my dad would approve of because I do whine a lot. I do be doing all that damn whining and shit over just dumb shit. And I know that's something that I need to correct. And I did correct. So, yeah.
Shout out to
now with me,
so my daddy knows that. And he knows that is something that most men cannot tolerate. All that whining and nagging and not having good solutions to different problems, not being able to communicate and stuff like that. So that's why when he said that, I honestly feel like he was jealous of me and my dad relationship. Now that's a whole nother topic where I don't know. I just felt like because he would always say how he didn't have a good relationship with his dad and shit. So I just honestly feel like that's a whole nother topic right there. But I just feel like it was some internal issues that he had within himself on why I can always call my dad. I can always, if I need anything, I can always call him for things. And I feel like he felt some type of way about some things. Like, for example, it was a situation where I needed a tire. He didn't have the money for the damn tire. I called my daddy.
Why didn't you have the
money?
Why
you call your dad?
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
see right there, he felt
I would have checked
disrespected.
your ass.
Yeah,
Too,
he felt disrespected. See, that's what I just said.
You improved this point.
We're not doing that.
You improved this right.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm just saying. I mean, like, what you want me to lie? I could lie about
I
all this.
literally just said, and I know these guys don't agree with me. That's fine. The difference between how your man felt about what you did was because he's your man. He has your body. Like, you guys are intimate the way that you and your
father. He didn't have money for a tire.
I know. Hold on. Let me finish.
Jesus
listen. Hank. Y'all can disagree with me. That's fine. I'm just telling you my opinion. That's fine. That's okay. I'm just telling you that the reason why he would feel that way, right? Because your daddy would have no. Yo, can I finish?
Cloud, you ain't on mute.
The reason why your dad would have no issue with buying you a new tire, because if my daughter called me to solve a problem, I love it. That'll be great. Daddy, I need a tire. Where you at? I'll come do that for you. You know what I'm saying? But
I'll do the same thing
to your no, you would, but she's saying he didn't. I'm saying he didn't. She said he didn't have the money. That's what her example is. She's trying to explain.
Tire is crazy work though, because tires ain't even that crazy expensive for one tire.
And that was my husband. They got to think about that. Wasn't a boyfriend. That was a husband.
Hold on. So that was your husband, and he had money for one tire.
Hold on.
Not even a brother. Tire?
Hold on.
Damn.
The point is how she. The point is she's trying to figure out why he felt disrespected by it. Is because you and your husband and your father, although they have the same responsibility, it's two separate relationships. This man knows your body. He's intimate with you, so therefore he's having a different response to when you are saying. 1 second, man. You can go after. I promise you. He's having a different response to you because he's like, man, I'm your man. I'm not your daddy, but I'm your man. So for you to go to your father saying, oh, I'm gonna let my father get it for me, it's very emasculating to him, because basically he's saying, wow, I can't take care of the woman that I'm supposed to be taking care of. I'm supposed to be able to handle this, but I'm going through a tough situation. Give me a second. I'm not really sure the situation, but it's because of the dynamic of the fact that you guys are intimate with each other. It separates that.
I disagree with that one part. I don't think it has to do with the dynamic of the intimacy. I think it was simply that he's supposed to be her man. He's supposed to be provider. And she still needs her daddy to fix a tire. He probably felt like a sucker. Like, damn, I ain't got no money to buy a tire. Like, what kind of nigga am I? Like it's not hard to get a tire. It's not hard to get a used tire. And even if you ain't got the cash, you should at least have a credit card or two. Like you ain't got no credit card. You ain't got no line of credit. You ain't got a Pet Boys card or nothing, my boy. Nah, that's horrible work. So he should have felt small.
And at that time,
honestly, like that, literally, if my girl tire blew and I didn't have no AAA to call, I ain't have no money to get her no tire, I couldn't do nothing, I would feel like a sucker. Absolutely. Like, I done took this woman out of your house to replace you, and she still needs you.
And at that time, I was on a teacher salary. So I was only getting paid once a month, taking care of the house, taking care of the kids. We had 2 kids. We met in college. So it's like that was a lot. And my dad could not stand to look at that.
We don't know if that's true, so I ain't gonna bad talk that guy.
No, it's no bad talk. I mean, I'm just saying we were young.
I would have been out in parking lots with a jack stealing tires before I have her call her pops to go replace a tire. It would have been somebody with their car on bricks.
Willie said that
y'all in y'all's 20s
man didn't measure up. It's that simple. And it's not because he's sleeping with her, because if a father had a daughter and some, his ex-wife's new dude came and did something that the father couldn't do, he'd have the same feeling. He can't measure up to the new guy. And he ain't sleeping with his daughter. But it's the same response. It has nothing to do with who you're sleeping with. It has everything to do with the fact that you have a responsibility to a person, and you are failing to meet your responsibility in the face of someone else being able.
I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that because Yeah, I don't agree.
Hold on, Willie said it best. Hold on, Willie. Before I came on the live and y'all was talking about the young lady on the other clip, Willie said something, man, and I'm like, I gotta hop on. Willie said, women years and men years are different. I wasted my 20s with this man. I wasted my 20s, kids, everything with a man that didn't have no value. It didn't value me at all. I basically devalued myself. Now I'm in my 30s. Better career, yeah. I make good money, but it's still no.
Hey, mommy loves, man.
I would say 100 minutes.
Hey, hold on, guys. Hold on, guys. Hold on.
That couldn't change the tire.
That's supposed to
ask a question.
Naeem's supposed to ask a question, and we skipping over Naeem. We just disrespect.
Oh, I thought he asked a question.
You got to respect the turban now. Respect the turban. Go ahead, turban.
Turban talk.
Go ahead.
What, you talking about me?
Yeah. You don't want to.
Oh yeah, man. I've been waiting for 10 years, man. Thank you. Finally, Lord.
Let your POV be heard, baby.
Yeah, I mean, I've been talking so much that I forgot, so I'm gonna just mic.
Okay, well,
put the mic on mute.